Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we are back for round 4 of the V8 Championship for 2024. It's your host, Shane Gilfeather, and it's the V8s tonight at Barbagallo. We're keen to get back on track after our New Zealand visit across Tasman. It's been a while. We've got a few guys on track at the moment, and we are keen to get going. Round 4 at Barbagallo, Wanneroo in WA. Still not the East Coast yet, but beautiful track in Western Australia. Before we get on track, we'll show you the tyre selection for today. The boys will have the selection of super soft, hards and wets. I doubt we'll be using wets today. It's very, very dry out in WA. So super softs and hards, look for those compounds and see how the boys go. We've got 2 races on tonight and we are keen to get going. Season standings after round 3, it is Wayne Walker with a clean sweep so far, 60 points, 15 ahead of his teammate from Wayne's World Motorsports. It's Alex Kiddis on 45. Right behind them, Paul Robinson, they remain seated in the 1, 2, 3 position, but Scott Flack moves up a couple of spots to sit in P4 in the championship, right behind him, and keen to keep that momentum going. Look at those points creep up. He wants the 20 points off Wayne Walker. It is Matt Collins who moves up a spot. Justin Bryce falling, remaining the same, but it was Craig Broadbent who missed last round. Dropped down into P7, 2 spots down there. Eric Chandra from Indonesia joins us tonight again, sitting in P8 for the championship. Braden Pritchard and Andrew Chilui, very solid results, sees them joining the top 10. All right, back on track now. We've got championship leader so far, Wayne Walker, out on a quali at the moment and currently in P1, smashing those timing screens through the week, and through the last couple of weeks he's been practicing quite hard with his teammate Alex Kiddis. But it's last year and current SimHaus V8 champion Craig Broadbent splitting the 2 in P2 and Scott Flack in P4. Matt Collins sitting in P5, should see him move up a couple as we get going. Matt Collins currently on a outlap at the moment. We've got 16 drivers joining us tonight. We'll quickly go through and introduce. Again, it's Wayne Walker, current championship leader from Hogsbreath Cafe, Wayne's World Motorsport in P1. Broadbent currently in P2, coming onto the main straight, starting or finishing his lap. Alex Kiddis, fastest second sector at the moment. We'll stay with this one. Locks up the tyres into the final corner. That's going to cost him dearly. Very messy ending to that lap. What could have been moving up a position. Scott Flack, part of the Pro F1 series for FSR, is currently in P4. Matt Collins chasing hard, but bails out of that one with 3 minutes to go. We've got Eric Chandra late to the practice session, but quick to be up in the standings so far. 3rd row at the moment. Eric Chandra with a 52.5. Justin Bryce also late to the practice session, just done about 10 or so laps so far, but enough to be on P7 at the moment. Paul Robinson back in his usual livery. I don't know if you watched the Pukekohe round. Unfortunately, we didn't have Taupo in R Factor 2, so we used Pukekohe. And Paul's back in his Australian livery. Previous one giving a dedication to his pet that passed away, Pet Bunny. All right, Bradley Martin from Queensland in the Caterpillar Ford Mustang. Quite credible in the top 10 at the moment. Darryl Callahan from CRE getting used to the new car. Just stepped in this evening, so we'll see how he goes. Craig Stoddard, currently in P12. for BS Motorsports. And then it's Brad Mays, who's been, he's currently in the pits at the moment. An old name that's raced with us for a while has joined us back tonight. Andrew Chilui, the Castrol Mustang, wants to get himself further up than that, currently on a 54.2 at the moment. And David Baker from Kmart, racing the old Murphy Lap of the Gods livery, currently in 16. Not where he wants to be. I'm sure when it comes down to it, he's going to just pump out the solid laps through the race. Now, if these guys do come off... Did I miss Pritchard? I think I missed Braden Pritchard, currently in P8. James Spotto as well. So Spotto's up there in the Red Bull, doing Red Bull fans proud in the Camaro there. But back to David Baker, moving up a couple of spots now, P12. So he's moved up 4 spots in that last lap alone, so well done to him. 1 minute to go. This should be his last qualifying lap. Can he improve? We'll see in the qualifying timing sheets down the bottom. No, that's 1 second slower than his best. So he's got a lot to make up in the next 2 sectors, which each lap's well under the 1 minute mark. He won't have enough time to come around and start again if he's going to bail. So he's going to sit there. It is a private qualified session. These guys cannot see each other on track. And you can see how much rubber these guys have been laying on the track so far as Scott Flack pulls it up into P2 ahead of Craig Broadbent and keeping Wayne Walker up the front. Very, very honest there. Craig Broadbent coming around on the last turn. He's pretty credible on the last lap. He's just got to hold it, and commentator's curse, I've done it again. Smashed it into the fence there, and he bails out his last qualifying lap. Alex Kiddis, how's he going? He's a bit slower on his PB. And he's done that again for Sector 2, and he's pulled out of that one. Matt Collins coming around. Credible, fastest second sector. Just holds it together. What can he see currently in P5? Can he bring it up any further? And no, he remains in P5 as the checkered flag falls. There's still a couple of guys out there trying to finish. And Wayne Walker finishing with a 51.7. Alex Kiddis pulls out. Justin Bryce, how's he going? Last ditch attempt. We're seeing green. Very good for his PB. Can he get it up further than P7? On the line, he stays P7 with a 52.7. And he's the last driver to finish the qualified session. Okay, for the qualified results, it's Wayne Walker on pole, 51.702. Next to him on front row, Scott Flack with a 52.1. Then it's Craig Broadbent and Alex Kiddish, second row. Matt Collins, Eric Chandra, P5 and 6. Then Justin Bryce, Braden Pritchard, Paul Robinson, James Spotter, your top 10. Then on P11 will be Bradley Martin, David Baker in P12, Craig Stoddard, Darryl Callahan, Brad Mason, Andrew Chilui, your top 15. Okay, looks like we've got a tie. No. So that's your top 16, to be honest. All right, so we're going to go to a break, come back, and we will start race 1. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. It's race 1. You are live on SimHaus TV, and we are race 1, 23 laps. Boys are gridding up. Got the very colourful second row of Craig Broadbent, Alex Kiddis. We'll run down the line once the leaders have gridded up. Matt Collins just joining the grid there, making sure all the settings are right before he joins. Revs are rising. We've got about 20 seconds to go before the green flag. And Wayne Walker will be dropping on the grid to the left. So there's the grid for tonight's racing. Welcome. Race 1, 23 laps. Here we go. Wayne Walker getting an excellent start ahead of Scott Flack. Kiddis right up there to take advantage. So too Craig Broadbent. Flack will have to go round the outside to make up any ground. Matt Collins going round with him. Eric Chandra nuzzling in next to Chandra, and there's Braden Pritchard on the inside. Can Pritchard go around? It's Broadbent and Flack side by side coming up the back straight here. They all get through pretty cleanly, swapping lines. Flack on the inside, Collins will go around the outside, and Chandra's going to clean up any mistakes that are made. Pritchard just dropping off. Looks like 2 abreast here. We're on board with Scott Flack just sitting in behind Craig Broadbent. Down the main straight, that's Kiddis as well. Oh, Collins coming across into Chandra. He wants to get ahead and out of this melee so he can get some clean laps here. Chandra just trying to get some clean air. Can Collins make any ground around Scott Flack? He'll get the advantage on the inside if he gets his nose up any further. Chandra's still pushing the envelope with Collins here. Braden Pritchard selling in behind. Justin Bryce just behind them as well. And there's Paul Robinson's James Spotto further back. Bradley Martin behind as well. So down the back straight here. On board with Justin Bryce. Looking at the back of Chandra, going up the hill now. Oh, Pritchard just going wide. Made that mistake. He's lost 1 spot, 2 spots. Can he cover between Spotto and Brad Martin there? Oh, he's got the inside. Someone's run wide. That's Matt Collins. So now it's 3 wide. Justin Bryce up there too. Scott Flack just squeezed the nose out, and we've got look like Spotto further back. Facing the wrong way is James Spotto. See what happened to James Spotto across the back straight. Oh, he's just tried to come the inside and he's lost it right in front. Out in front, it's Wayne Walker, then Alex Kiddis. Wayne Walker's just dropped the rest of the field by 4 seconds already. This is where the competition's at. Baker up the back there trying to get past Bradley Martin. Can he get the job done on the inside? Oh, he's side by side, he's pushing it. Brad Mays is there as well. Oh, they've come together. And he gets into the wall. Wayne Walker. Craig Broadbent now back on the second. Look at this battle for P2. This is a 6-way battle. Look at him take the curbs nice and hard there. Broadbent must be his favourite track because he's back up the pointy end of the field now, where he likes to be. Current defending champion for SimHaus 2023 V8 League champion. Currently in P2. Matt Collins slotting up into P3. Kiddis just dropping back. Chandra, Flack. On board with Scott Flack now behind Chandra. Got Kiddis. Kiddis falling back. Pritchard back up behind, catching these guys. And that's bringing Justin Bryce and Paul Robinson. Chilui moving up into P10 from the back of the grid. Well, these boys have been away for a while, but they're bringing back the show to WA now. As we're watching Collins in P3, he's going, who's next? And that's the gap to Craig Broadbent. Kiddas starting to slip back. He was second fastest in the practice session for the last couple of weeks. So he's starting to fall back. Not too sure whether he's got the right setup for today's race or the right tyre selection. We'll actually show you guys at home who are watching what the tyre selection is. And pretty much the front, almost the top 10 are on the softs, the rest on super softs. So quite a mix, but all the soft drivers are up the front. Super softs may be too soft for a 23 lap race. As we're watching Craig Broadbent doing what he can to try and catch Wayne Walker. It's Collins, Chandra, Flack, Kiddas. There they are. Flack's trying to stay on the back of these two. Collins and Chandra, no stranger to each other. Had some great races in the 2023 season. And tonight looks like it's going to be no different. We've got Bryce, Pritchard and Robinson there. Chalui coming up the back as well, cutting through the field. Got a car, few battles going on, out on track. Oh, Bryce just cooking it, coming out of there, put the gas on too early, and he's left it for Pritchard and Robinson to move up into 7 and 8. Collins isn't shaking these two off behind, and Kiddas is coming up behind, starting to settle in to the short 52-second track here. The boys are lapping around the 53s at the moment, so the temperature's getting up there in Perth. Current ambient temperature's about 42 degrees on track. Hope you guys are watching enjoying the broadcast so far. Make sure you give us a shout out if you're live on YouTube. Heard something go on in the background, not too sure who that was, but Flack just get balked out there. Had to take a different line not to hit the back of Collins. And there's Flack on the back of Collins coming into the second last corner. Very tough. You can take it two ways. You can go flat out and go right around the outside, keeping the momentum for the main straight, or you can go in tight and then floor it coming out of that corner, but you're going to end up using the rears trying to get yourself out and up the hill. So it looks like Chandra's moved up into P3 ahead of Matt Collins. Oh, God. Looked like a dance procession there. Black really lighting up the rears there. Just getting used to a new simulator at home. So this is first race on the V8s in the new simulator. So maybe it still needs a bit of tweaking. We could hear in the driver's briefing just before the race. Still getting used to that brake pedal and accelerator. Collins now up the back of Chandra. Doing all he can, just tuck in the slipstream, come out at the end. We're probably going to see a dip, but Chandra's got his eyes in the revision mirror already. And there's Broadbent getting closer to these guys, so he is coming back into the clutches. The gap 1.6 seconds at the moment. We're only on lap 10 of 23, not even halfway yet. There's been plenty of action, not so much for Wayne Walker out in front, who is absolutely pulling away with the fastest lap of the race of 53.09, but impossible to keep those lap after lap. Last lap was a 53.8. Broadbent in the middle there, all out by himself. And it's Chandra and Collins. What can they do to get on the back of Broadbent? They've just got to push each other up further. And now Flack out by himself with Kiddas on his tail. And then who's behind him? I think that's Robinson. And Mays. That means Pritchard has fallen back. Where is he? Come around the last corner at the moment. Craig Stoddard recovered after that early slide. And it looks like David Baker's coming out of the pits. Not too sure what he stopped for. James Spotto, after that first slide, is recovered one spot in a 15. Andrew Chalui, just saw him light up the rears. Temperature's getting really hot now. The tyres are hard to control. And he is on the Supersofts, as mentioned before. And he's probably going to slide further back with those hot Supersoft tyres. Wayne Walker now with an 8-second gap ahead of Broadbent, taking half a second off that last lap alone. But they are closing in the gap now, 1.2. Was Broadbent using up all his tyres just to get away from the crowd that was behind? That was a 6-way battle for P2. He's managed to keep himself away, but now they're stretched out. Kiddas moving up on Flack as well, so he's taken P5 at the moment. There's a lot of action going on here, not too sure where to look. Timing screen says Kiddas and Flack are the closest at the moment. Then it's Robinson and Mays. Mays starting to get used to the new car. He hasn't been in this car for long. We are in the FVR 2023 mod for R Factor 2. If you want the mod, the link is in our description, so head on down and get the track link and the car mod. We try and be very inclusive here and show you where to get that for yourself on R Factor 2. We're on lap 13 of 23, 10 laps to go. Oh, Broadbent just going wide there, bringing up the dust. I'd say that's a Jim's Mowing award there, just slightly. And Chantra close behind. Look at that gap, that's closing down now. Under a second, that is changing, and last lap time, they took about just under a second off Craig Broadbent, just in that one lap alone. So these boys really pushing the envelope, and they want that third step of the podium. Currently, sorry, the second step of the podium, because the third one's currently with Chandra at the moment. But Collins moving up on Chandra at the moment. Nice and easy as they guide it up the hill. The old Vegemite hot air balloon, I did promise that in the promos leading up, and there it is, hovering over the track there. Only $200 a ride if you ever want a ride of that Vegemite hot air balloon. But tonight we've got you on Matt Collins' bonnet, chasing down Eric Chantra, and this is a battle for P3 at the moment, and soon it could be a battle for P2. Broadbent hoping that the race finishes pretty soon, because these guys are closing in. Taking another 2/10, and Chalui getting a penalty. That could be for track limits, possibly. Or did he just come out of pit lane? He may have just come out of pit lane and got a pit lane infringement. There's Broadbent, and here comes the company. It's now 3 battling for P2. This is where the battle is, and Kiddas is not too far behind as well. Scott Flack falling further behind. Oh, and he's got James Spotto is a lap down. So Flack just overtaking at the moment. Flack in P6. Back up the front. Walker now 10 seconds ahead of the rest. Can anyone touch him this year? Doesn't look like it, but here we go. Oh, Chandra, look at him close in under brakes. What a strong effort from Chandra. Still got Collins right behind him. Look at that sliding. Boys are battling with the rear end coming round turn 1. But they love these curb section here. Trying to avoid them, actually. Trying to keep all 4 on the tyres. Better getting more control than getting airtime. It's not a BMX Travis Pastrana event. Oh, just a little tap from Collins, enough to upset the back of Chandra. He wants to push it again. All he's doing is pushing Chandra closer to Broadbent and himself further back, but it's still got enough to get back on the back of Chandra. Back on board. Look at the battle, three-way battle. P2 now. Only got 5 laps to go in the race. It is Wayne Walker out in front. And then it's Broadbent, Chandra, Collins. Here they are, all three together. And Kiddas is closing on the back here. With 5 laps to go, he's definitely going to be on there before the end of the race. What an exciting race for you guys at home. Stay tuned. Watch this on your YouTube app on TV. Much better quality because we're in high definition. So now it's a 4-way battle for P2. Chandra, Collins and Kiddas there, your timings for P2, and we've got a car ahead that is not going to play into this at all. Sorry, we had 6 laps to go before, now we're down to 5. My maths is obviously on point tonight. Oh, Chandra going up the inside, is he going to make it? Collins coming up as well. He wants to... Oh, Kiddas just getting in the side there, trying to push the front. So Broadbent stays in front. Kiddas really helping Broadbent there. Collins making 2 positions up into P2. We'll just watch that again. Broadbent coming up on the inside in front of Kiddas. Kiddas has moved into the front and then off they go. Back live now, Wayne Walker with 4 laps to go, 12-second gap. But here it is, this is a battle for P2. A battle between 2 drivers now. And that leaves Kiddas and Broadbent. Broadbent falling from P2 down to P5 now. So Kiddas out by himself with Broadbent just behind, but not enough to put pressure on at the moment, because here comes Flack. Can Flack come up from P6 up into 5? 3 laps will tell. The Collins not being gifted P2, but made a very opportunistic move there and took full advantage, and so he should, getting himself up into P2 now. Took a while to settle in, but they clawed Broadbent back lap after lap, chipping away these two on similar setups, it looks like. And Collins settling in there now into P2, but Chandra almost behind. Nice, great track shot of those two coming around with 3 laps to go. On board now with Eric Chandra from HM Engineering in the Camaro, chasing down Matt Collins in the Mustang down the main straight. Bring us into lap 21. Oh, up the inside. Oh, Collins is going to chop that off pretty quickly, protecting that position. Kiddas not in a position to make any threats at the moment. And this is the closest battle on track, and what a great battle it is. Just trying to swing that Camaro around, get the back end to go. Nice wide entry. He's going to get on the gas early, so you'll see him climb up behind him. And that is Chiloui facing the wrong way. That could have been disaster. trying to get out of the way of the boys, but we're back to Collins and Chandra here. Up the inside, can he get the job done? Oh, sliding around from Collins. Got to keep it on the straight. There's only 1 or 2 laps to go here. Side by side, can they keep it on the black stuff? Yes, they can. They're doing a great job so far. Collins forcing the issue around the outside. Oh, he's going to take the inside. Going to take the full track to protect that line, but Chandra up the inside. What's he going to do? There's 2 different ways of attacking this corner, and that's Collins leaving himself open. Chandra's backed off to allow him to catch the car again. If he kept the boot in, he would have lost it. And here comes Kiddas now protecting, attacking for P2. Kiddas right up the inside. Those two are going to go, and Collins is going to go up the inside. What a great move. Swapping positions. You can't beat this. Grab a drink, fellas. This is keeping me... Oh, Chandra coming up the inside. And Constantine just pushing both of them out of the way. Kiddas, unfortunately, coming off worse and getting thrown out to the outside of the track. This battle's going to go on, but where's Wayne Walker? He's coming down the back straight, up over the hill. There's Eric Chandra and Matt Collins. We've still got time to come back for this battle. But we'll give praise to Wayne Walker taking the checkered flag. Race 1. Congratulations. Going back to the battle for P2. We've lost Matt Collins. We'll see if we can see a replay. So Matt Collins was there. Oh, and he's just lost it, overcooked it. He's been doing that lap after lap, but unfortunately... Alright, so back live. Eric Chandra. Paul Robinson in P3. Congratulations to him. That makes Matt Collins 4, Scott Flack 5, Kiddas recovering for 6, and Broadbent in 7. And that is Braden Pritchard. Justin Bryce crossing the line in 9. Bradley Martin for Caterpillar Racing comes across in P10. Craig Stoddart right behind him. Not too bad there. In 11, Brad Mays coming around, and Andrew Chalui facing the wrong way at one point. So after race 1, it is Wayne Walker taking the honourable lead with Eric Chandra recovering. Weren't too sure who to put the money on. It changed lap after lap, corner after corner, but it was Eric Chandra bringing it home in P2 ahead of Paul Robinson, who cleans up big time there, ahead of Matt Collins in P3. Scott Flack recovers in P5. Then Alex Kiddas, unfortunately, coming together there with Eric Chandra. Then Craig Broadbent. Braden Pritchard, solid result in P8, just ahead of Justin Bryce, who just cooked it coming out of turn 1 and dropped back into P9 ahead of Brad Martin in P10. Then P11 was Craig Stoddard for BS Motorsport ahead of Brad Mays, Andrew Chalui, James Spotto, and David Baker, your top 15. Okay, so that's the results for race 1. We will go to a commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be back for race 2.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Introducing the Racecraft PT1 custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racecraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racecraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no-compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's race 2. And it's 50 laps this time, reverse grid of the quali result. Which means Andrew Chilui up front. Then it's Brad Mays, Craig Stoddart, David Baker on screen. Brad Mays getting the whole shot. Andrew Chilui not gridding up for race 2. And Stoddart taking the whole shot. Rest of the pack squabbling down the back. Chandra causing all sorts of problems down the back there. Looks like Kiddas come undone, and there's a few back here. That's Collins, Pritchard, and Wayne Walker. Oh, it's a Blackie at the back there, and there's a few there. Let's see Wayne Walker, if we can go back. Just saw Pritchard getting side by side with Broadbent there, throwing him into the path of Wayne Walker, and that is David Baker getting caught up in the mess again. Not where he wants to be. But now Wayne Walker settles in to P10. Up the front, giving credit to Craig Stoddart, taking the lead. Justin Price in P2. This is a long 50 lap of these tyres. We may see 2 pit stops here, so stay tuned for that one. Stoddart, Price, and Bradley Martin for the Caterpillar in P3. And here comes Eric Chandra, Paul Robinson. Coming third in race 1 is already up into P5. Alex Kiddas, Craig Broadbent, watch this come through. Paul Robinson just clipping the back of Chandra. Sounds make it seem worse than what it is. That's Kiddas, Broadbent, and Scott Flack. So they bring us around. Wayne Walker trying to recover after that earlier melee out front. Baker already retiring from the race, and Chilui stuck in pits for some reason. Craig Stoddart still got a 1.5 second lead over Justin Price in P2. Bradley Martin got some company back here as well, defending against Eric Chandra, Paul Robinson, and Kiddas. That's Broadbent right on Kiddas's tail. Oh, swapping turns there, trying to get through. Just settles in behind Kiddas. He knows he can get it done later. There is still 46 laps to go. Oh, Kiddas breaking early, looking after those rears. Trying to protect it, save himself, but you can take 2 strategies here. Just go out, burn the tyres, come in for pits. But how long are these pit stops going to keep you off the track for? And is it longer than 1 full lap of this circuit? Remember, this is a 52, averaging 53 second lap. And will it take you longer than 53 seconds to come in, get 4 new rubber boots put on, and rejoin ahead of the field behind? Broadbent now tucking in nice and tight up the inside. Oh, gets the job done side by side. Forcing the issue now. Kidas can either choose to fight it or just settle in, look after his tyres. Field's starting to pack up there, and Wayne Walker, look, he's already on the back of this group. There's no stopping him, but he's got to get through. It's one thing to get on the back of these guys, but are they going to force him out? Broadbent just taking a nice line around the outside. Now he's got Paul Robinson in his windscreen and Kidas in his rear vision mirror. Bradley Martin defending very, very well. Ahead of Paul Robinson, Craig Broadbent. Will he take the inside to protect the braking zone? No, he's going to stay on the outside. He's squirreling a bit there. Not too sure if he broke too hard or he needs to adjust that brake bias. But Craig Broadbent's knocking on the door saying, excuse me, you know I'm here. Let me through. Or, Martin just forcing the issue as he should. Be Racing defending these guys. Walker up past Flack in the Superflow entry. Moving up into P8. Matt Collins further back in P10. He's coming up the back of this group as well. So this will be great when they all compress and start fighting. Justin Bryce in P2. And there's Craig Stoddard still out in front doing a fantastic job lapping in the 53s. Justin Bryce in the early 54s. Looks like Brad Mays is retired as well, or he's in the pits. You can see a DNF there, so he's out of the race. So Craig Stoddard, 7 laps down, still P1, lapping very credible low 54s here. And pulling away from the group that is Paul Robinson leading. Oh, it's broken away from Brad Martin. And now it looks like the bottleneck is behind Brad Martin. Wayne Walker up behind Craig Broadbent now. Great shot on the circuit. Coming in and out of that last turn, second last turn. Wayne Walker on the gas. Getting on the side of the tyres, trying to get as close as he can, because under brakes, will he dive on the inside? No, he won't. Broadbent taking a nice and easy. Walker, not so much. Already got the nose up the inside. He's got Broadbent on the outside, but he's disposed of him. On board with Wayne Walker now, and we're watching Craig Broadbent trying to stay as close as he can to Wayne Walker so we can cut through the field. Doesn't look like Wayne Walker needs to look after his tyres. He's absolutely burning it out there. Matt Collins with the fastest lap of the race so far with a 53 flat. The rest are conserving a lot more. As we see Walker just moving up the inside, too easy. He makes it look easy, but here comes Broadbent up on Bradley Martin up the inside for turn 1. Oh, he's got to do it now, otherwise he's going to lose Wayne Walker. No, he gets the job done. Bradley Martin slips down into P7 now, and he's got Kidas, Collins and Flack for company. Chandra up in P3. There's still Craig Stoddard out in front. He's got just under a second gap ahead of Justin Bryce. He should see him in picture very, very soon. There he is. And this will be a battle for the lead anytime soon. That's the lead, and there's Chandra following behind as well. So Bryce now pushing for that lead. Oh, I can hear, oh, that's Brad Martin in the background. Kidas Just forcing his way through there. Now he's got Collins for company. And just saw Brad Martin locking up the fronts there. I think he's lost his spot to side by side with Scott Flack there, who moves up into P9. Bradley Martin losing another couple of spots. This is a gap for the race now. 0.7 to Justin Bryce for Service Australia, and Eric Chandra closing in as well. 40 laps remaining, only 10 gone so far. How are those tyres going? Very demanding on the front left and the left rear. Very dominant clockwise circuit here. Got to be very patient coming up the hill over here. Hit your marks, let the car just drift out, walk out to the outside. That is the driving line. Craig Stoddard dominating this race at the moment, keeping that distance back to Justin Bryce. Eric Chandra all alone by himself out there. Paul Robinson in P4, but it's Wayne Walker coming up behind as well. It'll be Broadbent, Kiddas and Collins soon, as I can see just behind these three. So we're watching Paul Robinson take turn 1, lap 12, race 2. More of an endurance race, this one, for the boys. They understand what the tyres are going to do for this race, so now they're choosing what the strategy is going to be like. We see Broadbent take it easy at the start, not really pushing the issue, but here comes the battle for the lead now. It's getting closer, and that's Justin Bryce just getting past Paul Robinson. Craig Stoddard. Justin Bryce taking the lead now. And here comes Eric Chandra. Three-second gap further back to Paul Robinson. 3.5 seconds. That's actually stretching out, as you can see on the timing. But it's Bryce, Stoddard and Chandra, your leaders so far. Walker doing all he can to get close to the front here, but by the time they get here, it's going to probably be time for his pit stop, and which will nullify the advantage there. Oh, Stoddard getting a better line there. Looking down the front, right on the back of Justin Bryce now. Can he pressure the inside? Force Bryce to make a mistake. He's taken the wider line up over that large curb. You can see losing a bit of ground there, but Chandra could be on the inside here. Yes, he is. Chandra just slotting into P2. Stoddard quite happy to sit back. And settle into P3. Those tyres really struggling now. And he's going to have Wayne Walker for company pretty soon. There he is in the background. And he's bringing Paul Robinson with him, who's currently in P5. So Chandra trying to push for the lead at the moment. He's got Justin Bryce in front of him. He's been working hard each lap, chipping away at that lead. Looks like he'll get it pretty soon. This is the battle for the lead of the race so far. As Justin Bryce for Service Australia out in front, ahead of Eric Chandra, then Craig Stoddard in P3. Wayne Walker cutting through the field, currently in P4. Got a bit of work to go before he gets to the front, but these boys doing a great job out in front, lapping in the 55s at the moment now. Those average lap times really drifting out, those tyres burning up pretty quickly. Do they come in? What are the current tyre selections? Let's have a look. We've got S and SS. Stoddart. That's why he stayed out the front. He's the only one on super softs, but and that's why he's going to be dropping back pretty soon. He's done 15 laps in these, so he should come in and do a two-stop strategy because he's doing a great job. He can't lose too much time on those tyres because they're going to fall off even more. And that's Chandra moving up into P1. Brycey says, not too fast, buddy. I'm going to take that front. Oh, was that a nudge there going through, coming up over the crest? So just guiding 4th gear over the hill, 5th, up into 6th, and then, no, just the top of 5th. Nice and settled they are. Listen to that accelerating modulation. So just waiting for the car to rotate in a straight line, then he can floor it. Stoddart still in P3 behind these two. Oh, and there's Stoddart coming into pits now. And that's the pit entry line. So Wayne Walker up into P3 now as Stoddart rolls into pit lane. It's currently Chandra, Bryce and Walker in top 3 now. Paul Robinson. We'll go back through the field, show you exactly where everyone is. That's your top 3 on screen. This is another battle. Kidas and Broadbent. They've been at it all race long. How far back is Collins? Collins can't be too far back. There he is. He is 1.5 seconds off this group. Scott Flack is further back. And that's Bradley Martin. Stoddart coming out of pit lane. On a fresh set now, what has he gone to? Let's have a look. Has he stayed with the super softs? No, he switched to the softs, so they're all out on softs, out on track at the moment. They will last a bit longer as Eric Chandra out in front, still defending against Bryce. And Bryce still struggling with that accelerator pedal coming out of turn 1. We saw him lose a few positions in race 1 for that exact reason. Stretching that lead now, just over 1.5 seconds to Justin Bryce. But Bryce, he's got Wayne Walker, championship leader at the moment, right behind him. There he is. Oh, he's taking it nice under brakes into the penultimate turn. Putting a bit of space between him and Wayne Walker in P3, as you see behind, but closing in under brakes. Using up the fronts. Oh, still sitting there quite comfortably. So I've got a couple of battles out here. It's Justin Bryce, Wayne Walker for P2. And then it looks like Paul Robinson's going to have Alex Kidas for company soon because he's dropped Broadbent by about 1.5 seconds so far. Or Broadbent's really dropping off on these tyres. Not too sure how the hards would have went. And I'm looking in La La Land. We can't see Walker there because he's taken the position. And that's Walker up into P2 now, pushing Bryce back into P3. And here's the battle now. It's going to be Robinson defending against Kidas, and that's going to bring Broadbent back into the field. See him taking those curves, literally launching themselves. The big shadow of the hot air balloon, sponsored by Vegemite. Kidas nice and easy on the inside, taking that nice tight line. Already up into 4th gear, 5th gear. Will he get up to 6th gear? Sounds like it. Won't tap out, but he'll bring it down to 3rd at least. Taking that last turn. Will he dive up the inside of Robinson? Not on this occasion, unless Robinson opens the door. He took the wide entry, getting a better run out. Watch him take these curbs here. Got to dive on the brakes, settle the car in, get the car to rotate as early as you can. So you just guide the accelerator, pushing these 1.5 ton vehicles up the hill. Under brakes, will we see a dive? We know Kiddas takes it nice and tight through here. Well, he's got the drive on the inside. It's going to be a battle down the back straight. On the inside, Kiddas. Can Robinson switch back underneath? No, he can't. Kiddas taking that nice and cleanly. Great move from Kiddas to take P4 from Robinson. Broadbent further back. Flack. Looks like Collins is coming for tyres. I'll see how many guys have come in for their stops so far. Looks like Stoddart and Collins coming in early, and it looks like Collins is on, showing soft, so we should see the white banded around the back of the tyre. So he's come in around lap 20. Can he push this out to 30 laps on that second set? My guess is he's going to come in again. It's a tall order. Wayne Walker moving up into P2, now chasing the lead of the race. Too strong for the boys here tonight, working hard on that setup. And definitely proving too strong for these guys at the moment, but Eric Chandra still making him work for it, as he's got a 1 second buffer to Wayne Walker. So Chandra from HM Engineering out in front. So this is a battle for the lead. Chandra's still out in front. Wayne Walker, P2. That's the positions right there on screen. Walker dominating race 1. A 10-second lead ahead of the rest of the field. In the second race, he on the opening lap, he got caught up in an incident, and now he's had to fight his way through. Doing a great job. 24 laps, just under halfway. He's maybe taking the lead right now. On board with Wayne Walker up the inside of Chandra. Chandra deeper under brakes now. There it goes on the inside. Is he forced out too much? He's got to protect the inside, and he's got to do it now, otherwise Wayne Walker's going to dive. There he goes. How do I know this? Because I'm a champion commentator, and that's why you're listening to us on SimHaus TV. Round 4 of the V8 League for 2024. And I'm obviously your modest host in the commentary box. And we've got another battle with Bryce and Kiddas, which I want to go to. And there it is. It's all building up now. It's all coming together in pairs. We'll keep an eye on that in a second, because it's Kiddas, Bryce, Robinson. Kiddas getting the move done on Bryce. Bryce will probably want to come in the pits pretty quick. That's halfway through. And Walker's, Chandra's come in the pits early before the change. And so is Kiddas and Bryce. So they're following the straight, and Broadbent all on lap 25. We can definitely tell that's halfway through the race, and they'll probably go back out on the same compound. Let's see how they all pit. Who's going to get quicker? We see him getting up on the jacks. Kiddas should be released first, as he is. Will he overtake Bryce? Yes, there goes Bryce as well. Pretty even. Broadbent making up a bit of room on Bryce there. It's Wayne Walker. Paul Robinson. He's in P2 at the moment. He'll want to pit this lap. Otherwise, the guys behind him will get a jump on him with the fresher tyres. And he'll come out swinging, losing a few positions. Oh, there he goes. I told you he'll come in. Nice fast entry. Nice and smooth. He'll pull it up just in time. And nice and safe. So where are the boys behind? As Collins and Flack are going to come round. Flack moving up into P3. Soon to be P2 as he crosses the line. Because Paul Robinson's coming to pits. Scott Flack in the lead now. Wayne Walker's coming for his tyres. He's coming out ahead of Matt Collins. Matt Collins has already done his change, but I dare say he's going to need to pit again. So Scott Flack yet to pit out in front. He's definitely going to pit this lap. There's no such thing as overcutting on this circuit. Matt Collins still with the fastest lap of the race with a 53 flat. Flack chooses to stay out once again. And we'll go to the stops to see who's yet to pit. Looks like Chandra's yet to pit, but I'm sure he has pitted. And Kiddas, because they're all on the same strategy and track position as well. So, and Flack's with 0, which is correct. Alright, so Flack, give him credit, he's taken P1 at the moment. He's making these tyres last a lot longer than everyone else on the same compound as the rest of the drivers. He's taking it nice and easy. You saw him take it easy throughout the race. He wasn't getting in any battles, and this is where it's playing out. He's lapping in the 56s. The guys behind him are in the 54s, early 55s, so he's losing a second per lap the longer he stays out. So it would be advisable that he comes in pretty soon to get a new set of boots put on. I don't think he'll be able to come in last minute. Otherwise, he's going to stay out there and then go to super softs towards the end and make them work and gain 2 seconds, 3 seconds a lap, as the other drivers will be falling off the cliff. But who knows, we'll find out on lap 50 as we're on lap 29, only 20 laps to go, 21 laps to go after this. It's Scott Flack out in the lead with Wayne Walker in P2. And it's Chandra, Collins, Kiddas, all spaced out quite a bit. The battle is Stoddard and Broadbent. And Broadbent just getting in on Stoddard. Taking that position, moving up into P7. Justin Bryce, his next victim. There he is up ahead. And that's Kiddas ahead of him. So that was the battle we saw coming in the pits. Broadbent just dropping off the back of Bryce there. And Stoddard back in the pits again. Okay, so Flack still out in front. How long is he going to stay out? Will he come in just before Wayne Walker comes and takes the lead from him? 2 different sets of tyres here, and you can see the difference. Wayne Walker's last lap was a 53.8 and Flack's was a 55.9. So almost over 2 seconds difference. Flacky's got to come in now, otherwise the strategy's not going to work. And he just decides to stay out there once again for another lap. And here comes Eric Chandra as well. That gap closing. I can hear someone in pit lane. That is Braden Pritchard. Walker taking the lead now from Scott Flack. Flack will try and stay with him as much as he can. Keep himself out down the pointy end. Maybe he doesn't want the lead, but he wants at least the top 3 finish. So my guess he's going to come in for the super softs towards the end of the race. So behind Chandra, it's Collins. Now Collins is pitted early on lap 20, I think we saw. So his tyres are 5 laps older than the rest of the field. He's going to start hurting towards the end of the race. And he's already got Kiddas and Bryce chasing him down, breathing down his neck pretty soon in the monster Mustang. Chandra getting up on Flack now. I just saw in the foreground. There he is, moving up into P2. The gap to Walker from Chandra is 2.5 seconds now. And Flack just behind them, as you can see, lapping in the 56s. Over 2.5 seconds slower than the guys in front and behind. So he needs to get a move on and just come in for those new tyres. Braden Pritchard in the middle there, just behind Justin Bryce. Kiddas closing on Collins out in front. So this is going to be a battle playing out towards the end like we saw in race 1. Exciting to see how it turns out in about 15 laps time. Who's your money on at home? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Oh, they're defending. And Collins trying to get into the pits, but Kiddas was in the line. They almost lost it, but Kiddas managed to hold it and continues on. Collins forced to come in with 15 laps to go. Can't survive that long. So Flack should probably come in and cover that off now. There's only 15 laps to go. And he's still in P3, so incredible effort. But once he comes in, he'll lose that position pretty quickly. Broadbent almost trying to get up the inside of Brycey there. Not to be on this lap. Braden on fresh tyres, Pritchard in fresh tyres in the middle. Will he get in the way of these two battling it out for position? This is battle for P5 and 6 at the moment. It's all going on here at Barbagallo. If you want to be part of the racing action next round, just go down to the description, join our Discord and sign up. Always welcome to join any round, any time of the year. We always invite new drivers to join us. We had 16 drivers joining us tonight. Oh, and there's a bit of dust up, bit of Perth dust. So Scott Flack's coming under pressure soon from the rest of the boys. That's Kiddas, Pritchard, Bryce and Broadbent. Paul Robinson just further back there, just slipping behind a little bit. But Flack under pressure now. Kiddas going to dive on the inside with fresher tyres. Can he do it? We know that's Kiddas's favourite line, right on the inside, hugging that as tight as he can, making that car rotate on its own. Like he's staying out now. make this work, he's probably going to have to stay out there for another 13 laps. That's just under 13 minutes to go. Defending well against Braden Pritchard, who's out of position there. But that's brought Brycey and Broadbent up very quickly, and there they are. Although, yeah, Kiddas already up into P3, moving ahead, chasing down Chandra with 6.5 second gap. I don't know how Flack's doing it, but Braden Pritchard's got a penalty. Probably not yielding to the blue flag because he was racing amongst lapped drivers. You definitely get a warning and then you'll get a penalty. So this is for position, Scott Flack in P4, Justin Bryce, Craig Broadbent. Blackie just easing on that accelerator. Watch the dive on the inside. He's taken the inside line quite early, Flack, but he won't get the drive out. And that'll be Bryce going up the inside. There he goes. He's trying to get on the back, but he's tucking back in for the draft. He's going to pull out last second. He knows he's got better tyres. Oh, he's battling, but that rear's stepping out again. He's got Broadbent for company. Oh, Bryce just sliding through turn one. Broadbent more in control. You can hear the accelerator. No wheel spin. Now Blackie's dropping off, and here comes Paul Robinson. He's coming back into the competition now. Try and get ahead of Scott Flack. Scott Flack's definitely just got to stay out there now. Yellow in sector 2. Just hearing over the radio, Flacky hasn't stopped and he is on the soft compound trying to make it a zero stopper. He's tried it plenty of time before. He's been hit and miss results for him last year, the last couple of years. Tried to give it a go because he knew what everyone was up for, possibly two stopper on this race, so he thought he'd hold out. Probably could have made it if he went on the hards, but not to be. So we'll go through the field now with just under 10 laps to go. It's Wayne Walker out in front. Can we see Eric Chandra? There he is, just behind, coming across the line in P2. And Alex Kidder should be coming to shot. There he is. That black and turquoise livery of Alex Kiddis. Then it's Justin Bryce and Broadbent. This is our closest battle on track at the moment. The P4. Blackie defending hard against Paul Robinson now. Very credible effort from Scott Black to stay out there on 0 pit stops and on one set of softs around this tight, twisty, very demanding circuit on the tyres. Braden Pritchard retiring after that penalty. See Paul Robinson now trying to get up the inside of Scott Flack. Still Flack out in front. Paul Robinson's just going to have to tuck in, but will he dive on the inside here under brakes? Oh, he's going the outside in when Flackie's gone inside out. Managing to hold that position for now. getting up on the curbs there. There's an opportunity for Paul. Get some gain on Scott Flack. Can't take advantage, but there's Vegemite, hot air balloon. Oh, they're coming up on Brad Martin now. He'll probably stick on the inside, letting these two go around the outside. That's what he does. He just backs off to make it easier for him. He doesn't have to, but track position's everything. He's leaving the battle up to these two. And we've still got a battle for P4 with Bryce. And that's Broadbent. Just going up the inside now. Bryce letting him through. I'd say to save his tyres and protect that one position. It's probably better just protecting P5. He probably knows that that's his position for today, as long as he can defend for the next 7 laps. So that's Matt Collins in 8, struggling to get back up the front, and still with the fastest lap of the race at 52.8. He must have done that on the second set of tyres, but that second pit stop really hurting him. Collins unable to control the tyre wear this season with these cars, and he's in P8 ahead of Craig Stoddard, who's also done a 2-stopper. You can see Chandra just in front of him. So the leader's coming round the back of Stoddard now. Hopefully he doesn't have to back off too much and hold that position for P9. And Bradley Martin in top 10. So the battle at the moment is probably Broadbent and Bryce just up ahead. Oh, look at that slide. That perfect slide coming up over the crest for Craig Broadbent in the number 5 car. Just pulling away from Broadbent. Kiddas not really making any grounds on Chandra. And Walker is walking away with this one. If you like the puns, let me know in the comments. If you want any more, I'll try and think of some. The race starting to settle down now. Starting to play out with Walker back out in front, dominating round 4 as he has the whole season. On screen is the 2023 V8 League champion and current defending champion, Craig Broadbent. Yet to see the Race Textile livery on his vehicle for this year. And Paul Robinson closing on the back of Justin Bryce. There he is in the PPR Motorsport racing livery. Just to remind you guys at home, the race standings for this season, it's Wayne Walker at the moment from Alex Kiddas, Paul Robinson, Scott Flack, Matt Collins, Justin Bryce, Craig Broadbent, Eric Chandra, Pritchard and Chalui. The top 10. After round 3, it'll still be Walker, Kiddas and Robinson, I'd say, for P3. We'll see where Flack finishes in this one. And Paul Robinson taking home a very good P3 in race 1. Very short circuit this one, very easy to be lapped and create all sorts of drama when you're dealing with lap cars. I thought I saw Kiddas closing on Eric Chandra, but it must be maybe Stoddard in the BS Motorsports entry. Just bringing up the red dust from WA. Love that track shot. Alright, so we'll stick with Wayne Walker at the moment. Coming around over the top. Also bringing up the red mining dust. He comes around giving us probably 1 or 2 laps to go to the end of the race. That's him going through turn 1. We'll just stay here and watch the gaps. And that's Eric Chandra coming past the start-finish line. Alex Kiddas just getting past Craig Stoddard as we saw before. And this is Craig Broadbent, Justin Bryce. And that's Paul Robinson chasing down Justin Bryce. Scott Flack selling in P7, but he's got Matt Collins on fresh tyres. He's got 2 laps to get on the back of Scott Flack. And that's Brad Martin, your top 10. So Wayne Walker bringing home the final lap honours. Doesn't take him long to get round the circuit. So this is lap 50, the final race of the night, round 4 here at Barbagallo, WA, Perth. We've got Eric Chandra quite comfortable out there, 4 seconds ahead of Alex Kiddas. Coming around turn 1 at the moment. Craig Broadbent across the start finish line. Bryce and Robinson. Oh, watch this gap. And then we've got Scott Flack. Oh, he's still got a bit of room ahead of Matt Collins. Maybe he made a mistake there. It's Wayne Walker coming down the back straight now. 1 corner to go. Going to give us a checkered flag. He loves this one. He almost lost it. Oh, does he lose it? No, he's too good for that. Congratulations. That's race number 2 going to Wayne Walker and the round win. Congratulations, Wayne Walker from Wayne's World Motorsport. Eric Chandra bringing home 2nd place for race 2 and round 4. Alex Kiddas in 3rd. Craig Broadbent coming around the final corner. He will be in P5. And Justin Bryce, Paul Robinson. 1 or 2 laps to go. That could have been a different story. Justin Bryce, Paul Robinson, Scott Flack finishes ahead of Matt Collins, who's got Brad Martin for company. So across the line in 8 and 10. Craig Stoddard already taken the checkers, so that's the end of the racing for tonight. So, results for race 2. It's Wayne Walker, Eric Chandra, your top 2 ahead of Alex Kiddas in P3. Craig Broadbent, quite comfortable, finishing in P4, ahead of Justin Bryce, who just scraped ahead of Paul Robinson there, across the line. Then was Scott Flack, Matt Collins, defending on the nose stopper there, and Craig Stoddard in 9th. Then it was Bradley Martin in 10. P11 was Braden Pritchard, retiring a bit late there. Brad Mays retiring pretty early, ahead of Andrew Chilui, who was from pole, wasn't able to grid up. And 14th was David Baker. So if you want to know when to join us, the next race, or tune in I should say, the next race will be Hidden Valley on the 12th of June. And so make sure you join us. That will be a Wednesday night. Stay tuned. Follow the Discord link down below. Hit the subscribe and notification bell to make sure you know exactly when we're going to air next. We do have an event next week, and that will be the NASCAR League. And we will be at Mid-Ohio for a road event. So that'll be 3 road races. around Mid-Ohio in the NASCARs. Very exciting stuff there. Just as heavy and robust as the V8s, Australian V8s. So make sure you tune in next week on the 22nd of May for that one there. Okay, so back to the V8s, and that was round 4. And we're glad you joined us for round 4. Hope you stay tuned and tune in again for round number 5 at Hidden Valley on the 12th of June. So until then, it's a good night.